Wednesday, tax day. And I got done with most of my posting and my work. I was going to post a blog today, but I changed my mind. So I thought I'd come on and say hello and talk to y'all, see how you guys are doing, answer questions. We can talk about mindset. We can talk about whatever you want. But I thought that today would be a good day to just kind of see what's up. Now, I gotta switch accounts over here on TikTok. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to get here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to blow my nose because my allergies are going off today. Oh, excuse me. So hang on a sec. Let's see if I can mute my mic. So check. Hang on a nope, sec. It's not muted. My mic. Come on. Nope, I don't even know how else to do it. Of course, I have the freaking camera that's auto tracking me. Can you guys hear okay? Hi, Miss Cardamancy. How are you? Put in the chat so that I know that you can hear okay. Because God bless. It's been trying to get all of my tech in line has been an interesting deal lately. For sure. Cottonwood trees. Oh my God, everything is blooming. My car is green. I've washed my car like so many times. I finally just gave up because now we have the rain. I don't know if you guys are getting rain where you guys are, but we are getting rain. Sounds good. Okay, good. Yay, that makes me happy. All right. Sounds good. I'm posting a lot and I've been writing a lot and trying to kind of get everything situated with my content. But what is going on with my camera is like wants to take me all over the place. It keeps reshuffling me. So I thought I would pop on and we could talk about things tonight in Hidden Wisdom. On the live, we are actually going to be talking about a whole new exercise. I've been making new exercises for both Charm Life and Hidden Wisdom. But tonight in Hidden Wisdom, we are actually talking about the identity gap from where you want to, where you are now to where you need to be. And so I'm excited for Hidden Wisdom tonight. It's been a long month already. I'm trying to get my cell phone plugged in so I can monitor what's going on in TikTok since I don't get the comments over here. I got too much going on. Too much going on. So say hello if you are watching live. So much going on my desk. I posted about stocking up about the plastics industry this week. I just posted about the job search stuff. Oh my God, my nose is having a cow right now. So if you're looking for a job, if you haven't listened to my podcast, now's the time to listen to my podcast. Perfect timing on which topic, Miss Cardamancy? Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the identity gap? A lot of people don't even know what that is. Did you watch last month's replay and do the exercises from last month? Because this is like continuing going forward from there, and really like we're starting to build into whatever you're working on that's new, and what you need to be working on to create something new, right? Like I'm seeing so many people that are like, nobody's responding to job applications. I need to make money. What do I do? And part of the thing is the new economy, which is what I was talking about in my podcast. The new economy, the people that survive the new economy right now are the ones that actually create something on their own. And we can talk about that too. Like if you guys want to talk about what you need to focus on, as far as skill levels and stuff like that. I'm happy to coach you guys on here right now, answer questions. If you're in hidden wisdom, we can talk about it tonight. Like I said, we're going to talk about the identity gap, but coming out of being employed by somebody else, a lot of times the thing that's missing or that holds you back from starting your own thing is because you're used to thinking like an employee. And I covered that in the podcast too, employee mode and what that is. So if you don't know what that is and you're interested, um, let's talk about it. Right. I want to talk about the things you guys actually want to talk about and need to learn more about. I want to be helpful. The whole point in doing these live streams is to create a community where you feel safe in sharing what's going on and you'll never be judged, right? Like we all have things we struggle with. We all have things that we're growing through. And my God, life is a challenge right now. My guides said I'm over prepared for the coming economy. My guides keep reminding me of things I need to get. So because we're taking a trip in June, they were telling me that I need to get some oil and some radiator fluid and stuff like that, windshield wiper fluid, have it on hand now at the prices that they're selling for right now so that I can take them on my trip, right? To make sure I always take car stuff with me when I go on trips, road trips, just to make sure if I spring an oil leak or my radiator has an issue, not that I think that it will, better safe than sorry. Way better safe than sorry. So every time I think okay, we're prepared, because I went and did another run last night and I picked up some baking soda and baking powder and dried milk, like milk powder. What else did I get? Honey, because honey doesn't expire. I got what else did I get? God bless. What else did I get? I took my dad. I needed to get my dad some electrolyte stuff too. I'm so excited for my dad. Like those of you who know that I do natural health stuff, I've been helping my dad. Do you guys want to hear my results with my sardine fast and kicking my body into keto? I'm not doing a straight up sardine fast anymore. I hit 6 days of my stomach muscles where I had my surgery. My incisions started to cramp and I wasn't doing sea salt water. I wasn't replacing the minerals fast enough. But I'll tell you guys if you want to know. Like I lost so much weight, I'm so excited, and it's continuing. Like my body's staying in ketosis, which means it's healing. It's eating fat instead of storing fat, which I really like. But my dad is doing way modified. Like I created a plan for him. So because he has kidney function issues, he has stage 3 kidney renal failure from his blood pressure meds. So I modified some stuff for him, but because he has kidney issues and he has gout, he can't do a sardine fast because of the purines in sardines. But he was getting jealous of my weight loss. So he was like, I want to do something. Help me do something. So I actually created a plan specific for him with his, health issues, his age, so that he could lose weight. My friend Andy, he did tuna, not sardines, because he does not like sardines, but he lost how many pounds? I think he lost 7 pounds in a matter of days. I am now down. Today is day 8 since I started, or day 7 since I started, and I'm down 9 pounds. And I feel really good. But I cheated over the weekend and holy crap, that was a bad idea. So my dad bought these pastries and I had not had any sugar, any carbs, only sardines and water since Tuesday night the following week. So Tuesday the 7th. And Sunday, I was starting to get stomach cramp, like muscle spasms around where my incisions were from where they took my tumor out. And I'm like, okay, this isn't good. I was spraying magnesium on my stomach and I take magnesium, but my electrolyte balance was off. And I'm like, okay, what can I do? And I'm thinking, and I drank some bone broth, and that seemed to calm it down a little bit. Then I saw this pastry, and I'm like, I just want to have one. Like, it looks so good. It looked so good. But after a week of eating clean, that was not a good idea. Instead of just having muscle pain and cramps, my intestines actually started to cramp right after I ate that stupid thing. My blood sugar spiked. I started to feel like crap, instant brain fog. Like, we don't realize what sugar does to our bodies and preservatives do to our bodies and all that garbage until our bodies are clean. And then it was like, oh my God, what have I done? And I had to go to a ballet performance or a play musical that my granddaughter was doing ballet in, for Anastasia for the San Antonio Broadway Theater. Her ballet, some of the ballet dancers were borrowed for this performance. And so she was dancing. So, of course, I had to go. And I'm like, I don't know if I can go. Like, I was doubled over in pain. But I, thankfully, I know what I'm doing. So I put some magnets on and I put a castor oil pack over where the pain was and just laid down for about 30 minutes and then it was fine. And then I got up and it was fine. And then that night I took them out to dinner and we went to the 10-second Hunan noodle place and got some hot pot with tofu, which helped bring my electrolyte balance up even further. And then the next day, I didn't lose any weight. I was just stable. But as of today, I'm 9 pounds down. Like, I've been stalled in climbing since going through chemo and radiation. Like, I have not been able to lose weight. The prednisone from the Pola R chop that I was on just destroyed my metabolism. And it's amazing how good I feel. Right. And then my dad was jealous. So my dad's modified fast. And with knowing that there's going to be some medication shortages, there already are. Like, heparin is short in the hospitals. If you guys haven't seen that, that's just a fact. Like, I don't know why people say it's fear mongering when I share what's actually happening in the world. People are like, that's fear mongering. No, fear mongering is having no sources and no facts. Fear mongering and clickbait is when you tell things to people that aren't true just to get their attention and you never deliver on what you're talking about. Like, you guys can actually research and look this up. Type in your Google heparin shortage. Most hospitals only carry a 10-day supply of heparin, and heparin is used every time someone has surgery. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Every time someone has surgery. I don't know what. Oh, holy cow. My allergies just all of a sudden jumped a notch since coming into my office. That is so weird. Anywho, so yeah, we were talking, me and my dad, and he was kind of jealous about my weight loss. And he's like, I want to lose weight, but I can't do sardines because of my gout and my kidney stuff. And I'm like, you're right, you can't do a fast. But what we can do, if you're willing, if you really, really want to lose weight, Dad, I go, you have to go mainly protein, some plants, and, stay away from carbs and sugar. So he started a couple of days ago and he's already lost 3 pounds, right? But last night, he came out and he goes, my blood pressure's normal. And he normally takes 2 blood pressure pills, one in the morning and one at night. And he has AFib and he goes, my blood pressure's normal. What should I do? And I said, you don't take the pill if your blood pressure's normal. Just monitor it until you go to bed. If it stays, and I mean, normal, low, like low normal for a normal human being, not low for him, like normal. It was like 125 or something was his top number. He's not used to that. He's like, "This is crazy." I go, "Well, how do you feel?" And he goes, "No, I feel good." Swelling in his ankles, good. Now his blood pressure medication is what destroyed his kidneys and also creates swelling in his ankle, one of his ankles. So he didn't take it last night. I didn't check in with him this morning. My dad's like a little kid. You kind of have to tell him, what to do. And he came out this morning and he said, "My blood pressure is still normal." And I didn't take my medicine last night. And I was like, "Okay, cool." Well, I didn't ask him if he was going to take his morning dose. I should have specifically told him, "Don't take it until you need it." Well, he took it. Now, within half an hour, 45 minutes, his blood pressure's dropping to like 102 and he's dizzy. And I'm like, "Ah, shit." I'm like, "Why did you take it? You don't take it if you don't need to take it." He goes, "I just am used to taking it." So I went upstairs and I got him some activated charcoal, had him take that. And within half an hour, his blood pressure just normalized because activated charcoal will eat your medication. If you did not know that, there's a helpful tip for you. So he took it and his blood pressure normalized. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is because 2 days, he's lost 3 pounds. His stomach is not bloated or swollen. His edema in his ankles have calmed down. His blood pressure is normalizing. And he's like, "Does this mean I can potentially get off my blood pressure meds?" And I said, "Probably if you stick to it, not if you keep cheating and going back to your sweet tooth." Like my dad has a really bad sweet tooth. And I'm like, "How's your cravings?" He goes, I don't really crave anything. He is having one tortilla a day with his beans and stuff like that, but very high protein, and keeping him away from breads and pastas and rice, like none of that. And he's happy with the way he feels. He said he feels slimmer, he feels lighter, and his body is actually responding really, really well. And a lot of people were asking me, like, "Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "No, you can eat as many sardines as you absolutely want to." And I'm still eating the sardines. Today's what, Wednesday? I took Monday off and didn't have any sardines. I replaced it with tofu. And then today I had what I consider a big breakfast because mind you, I've just been eating like 4 cans of sardines a day, which was a lot. Sardines has this thing where it actually acts like a GLP-1 because it suppresses your appetite and then it releases all of the things in your body that it needs. It's like one of the most perfect foods. So it's really kind of cool, right? Like sardines gives you omega fatty acids and it will put you in ketosis. Hey, Sky, how are you over on TikTok? Put you in ketosis. But I've tried everything. I have tried so many things over the last 6 months to try to reboot my metabolism. And a sardine fast is the only thing that worked. And it came across my feed. I started to do some research to make sure it was safe, you know, and it's been incredible. And I'm continuing my journey. But like this morning, I've made some miso with bok choy and I put in sardines. Plus, I had a hard boiled egg. That was my breakfast. And that's why I said it was a big breakfast for me because I haven't really been eating that much. It really wasn't big. It just appeared big because it was more than a can of sardines. And then for lunch, I just had a can of oysters, staying high protein. Once your body kicks into ketosis, if you can keep that going, it's going to start accessing your fat in order to feed get the sugar content that it needs and whatnot. Doesn't eat your lean mass. And I have a Hume scale that measures body fat percentage, BMI, metabolism rate, all those things. And my numbers have improved radically in the last week. So I'm continuing on. My goal is to get to my normal healthy weight. What that is, I don't particularly know. I'm guessing pre-cancer what that is because I walked around with a tumor that was growing that weighed a lot, 7 or 8 pounds by the time it was said and done. Um, so I'm wanting to get to like what I'm used to as far as healthy weight. And the sardine fast is like crazy good. It's crazy good. But That's what I've been doing aside from creating content for everybody. I released the podcast on Saturday, the brand new podcast, and I have not started recording season 2 yet or the second series because I'm still deciding, do I want to just go episode by episode from here on out, or do I actually want to um do a whole other series and just release sort of bingeable series at once. Which ones do you guys like? Do you, because my episodes I'm making right in the first season were 8 to 10 minutes. I think there was one that was 19 minutes, but it needed to be. It was very spiritual focused. So, they're not super long episodes. They're like you can listen on your drive time or you can listen whatever. Thank you for the information you share. Thank you for saying that. I was getting frustrated yesterday. Some of the comments I had on my video when I was sharing about plastics and the realities of the 60% increase in the cost of plastic resins, and then people not realizing how many things are made of plastic that we use on a daily basis and how that's going to affect prices for your things you use every day. Here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see the prices start to climb, and within a couple months, it's going to be untenable for a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people, and that's why I was kind of warning people. I had a lot of negative comments, and people are like, "I've already heard this before." You haven't heard the plastic conversation because nobody posted about the plastics. I've seen no posts about the plastics. Do you guys know about the plastics? And if you watch my video, you probably do, but I'm going to have to blow my nose again. Let me see if I can mute my mic. Hold on. How do I output? Like, I feel like that's rude, but at the same time, if I don't, I'm like having an issue right now. These allergies, and I did not take any allergy pills today. I mean, the plastic thing is crazy because I was looking around our house. Look, plastic. The lid to my essential oils, plastic. Like, I look around my dog treats. What's it housed in? Plastic. Literally, everywhere I look, things are made of dog treats. What's it housed in? Plastic. Literally. And if resin prices in February were up 60%, right? Yeah, the pollen levels are crazy today. If that's the facts, and it is, right? And someone commented on my video that's a husband or they work for a plastic resin company. They said that the prices are sky high. We have not had those prices translate yet into consumer goods yet. But they're going to. Like, no joke. I can look at my desk and see so many things that are made of plastic. I mean, lipstick. What's the container? Plastic. So when I said that and people were giving me flack on it, I'm like, what is your problem? Like, and then people were saying it's fear mongering. Fear mongering is when you just share information and there's no factual basis to it. I'm not fear mongering. I'm sharing information that people are not paying attention to because nobody's going to tell you, hey, your highlighter that you expect to pay $1.50, $2 for, which is a ridiculous price, by the way, or the pens that you use and that you're used to paying $6 for a package of 5 or 6 pens in a few months is going to cost you double or triple that. If you don't know that that's coming, it's going to shock you. Like, think about what all the things, laundry soap, and I purchased a bunch of dog food in advance because so many things are made of plastic. And if the resin prices are already 60% higher since February, before this conflict, okay? Before the conflict in Iran, resin prices were up. Plastic cost was up. And if you go to an HEB or to a grocery store, you're going to see your meat is wrapped in what? Plastic. Your vegetables are wrapped in what? Plastic. So the way that we get our goods from the store is going to have to change. Look in your fridge. All of your condiments, most of them, probably 80% of them, are not in glass jars. They are in plastic. And people are like, well, we need to use hemp. Oh, I agree. See, the second series of my podcast is about the solutions we have available. But the problem with it is we haven't implemented using those solutions yet. So it's still going to bring the prices of things super high. There's just no two ways about it. And like, I am not the one driving these costs up. Mainstream media won't talk about this because they're kowtowing to the narration that this White House wants them to talk about. Thank you. You're welcome, Rhiannon. I appreciate that. No, but I was getting frustrated because I'm like, people are like, we've been hearing this for years. We've been hearing this since. You've not been hearing about this. When I say you've got 2 weeks, and I literally said in that video, you've got 2 weeks. Get your stuff now before the prices hit. Because we're now, 6 weeks? At the end of this week, we're 6 weeks into the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Plastics and the petrochemicals used to create plastics come out of the Middle East. And people are like, we have our own refinery, or we produce our own oil here in the US. We do not manufacture a lot of the packaging here in the US. Packaging has gone by the wayside here in the US. A lot of manufacturing has gone by the wayside. So we get a lot of that stuff imported. We've imposed tons of tariffs on China because they really want to be pissy with China. And China said, we'll match you on that. Hold my beer. And I don't blame them, because them shutting down or going after Iran really affected the oil reserves that China had. What is it called again? That's called the Strait of Hormuz. Hormuz. Yeah. And now they're trying to make some deal with Indonesia because there's another strait over there. They want control. All the things they're accusing China and everyone else of, we're doing. And the bullying needs to stop. Like, you learn to get along, because of their power struggles. People, normal, everyday people like you and I, are the ones hurting. And they don't care because they have tons of money. It's really kind of stupid, the things that are happening, right? I'm like, whatever. And I'm not trying to fearmonger. I really want you guys to, if you're so inclined, to be able to save money ahead of these spikes. I don't think that the grocery store shelves are going to empty anytime soon. But what I do think is, how our grocery prices have doubled in the last year? I literally think that we're going to see another doubling in a compressed, shorter time period, which means your dollar's not going to go very far. On top of that, the dollar is devaluing because the dollar's based on the petrodollar. And things are not going well with that, right? So, and people are like, buy gold and silver. You can't eat gold and silver. Gold and silver is a long-term, after things settle back down. That's when your gold and silver can be useful for you. But until then, you need to feed your kids, your pets. I bought 3 bags of dog food because I don't want to watch my dogs go hungry. And I don't know that they'll eat rice and beans or noodles. That's not going to give them what they need. Right. And it's not that I think I won't be able to purchase those things, but I'm not right now. The dog food that I buy for my rescue mutt, excuse me, is $74 a bag. I'm choking on that price, apparently. $74 a bag. Now, back in the days when I had my husky and dog food wasn't so crappy, I fed her, what was it in the yellow bag? Not Purina. Um, it was just a normal dog food. It wasn't specialized. It wasn't high performance. God, what was it? It was in a yellow bag, big yellow bag. And it used to cost me like, 18, $20 for pedigree. Yes. The yellow pedigree bag. Shasta used to eat pedigree. Now, Shasta did die of cancer, but she died of cancer and she was 14 years old. So it was her time. But pedigree, Penny is picky as hell. And she has allergies like every other dog in Texas. Someone explained that to me. I've never had a dog that needed to be on allergy meds. And so I shifted her off one food called Next Level that everyone on Reddit is saying their dogs are reacting to now. And it's a very high priced food as well, but not quite as high as the new one. That one was $56 or $65 a bag for a 50-pound bag. This new one, 74 for a 40-pound bag. I feed her a little bit less because the protein content is higher. And it's a white fish signature, but I can only find it on Chewy. I can't find it locally. But it's helped her stop itching as well as giving her the supplement Dog is Human little pills. That has helped everybody's itching. Milo, Penny, everybody. So I can't just all of a sudden go buy Purina dog chow and expect Penny to eat it because she's not going to. So does mine. Ulcers, nothing but chicken. Oh yeah. What is in the dog food? Literally, why are dogs allergic to chicken? Milo's allergic to chicken. He can't have chicken or turkey. And if they were real food in the dog foods, they would not be allergic to it, just saying. So it's stuff like that. Like, am I willing to pay $74 a bag? Apparently I am because I'm doing it. Am I willing to pay $150 a bag? And can I afford to pay $150 a bag until the plastic situation gets hammered out, until the oil prices get leveled out and this war gets stopped? If I had to ration her down to feeding her once a day instead of twice a day, I'd absolutely do that. But what I'm not willing to do is starve her and have to watch her fade away. There's just no way. She's like a child to me. So there's just no way. I will. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's things like that. I'm like, y'all need to stock up because those things are going to go up. And they are going to go up too because the delivery fees. Like Amazon's already created a delivery surcharge. Chewy, I think, delivers through UPS or somebody. UPS is already increasing fuel surcharge. FedEx, like all your delivery stuff's going up. We've all become very spoiled in this country, and people are like, oh, it's not going to go. It's all going to go up. It has to. You think the corporations are suddenly going to absorb the higher fuel costs to get goods to the market or to get goods to your homes? They're not going to absorb that. They never absorb it. We always absorb it, right? But if you think about what does all your medicines and your supplements come in? Plastic bottles. Prescription drugs all come in plastic bottles. Just saying. Like, do they have some secondary thing that they can send them to you in? No, they don't. Because they've all gotten real comfortable with putting things in plastic too. And it is what it is. We're stuck with it for right now until things shift. Do I think that we should move to something more renewable like hemp or bamboo? I absolutely do. I think it's kinder to the planet and it's better for people. But until that happens, people still need their medications. From what I understand with comments on my videos, people have said their insulin has gotten sky high in the last few months. They can barely afford it. And I know, I hear you. And I'm not happy about it. So, and then the other side of that that's happening right now Layoffs are happening left and right, and people are not getting any responses from hundreds of applications. That's why I made the video I made today, and also why I created the podcast, is to really get people to the place where you can think about things differently, shift through and understand what's blocking your mindset, your psychology, your even physiology of how you're responding to the stress of all of this, and then think about things differently from the standpoint of what's new is building. We're in a totally different time that we've never been in before. This is unprecedented. And the reality is, the days of working for a corporation to have stability and security are no longer the deal. Solo workers, starting businesses, gig workers, contract workers, consultants, entrepreneurs, and small business owners are going to be the ones that ride through this in the best possible way. Take your skills and transfer those skills. And I know a lot of people that have been in corporate for a couple of decades are coming out of corporate, and they cannot figure out how to take their role, their job description, what they've been doing all this time, and shift it into a business. But just because you can't think about it on your own doesn't mean someone else can't. I'm literally working with someone right now who's making a transition like that, and she wasn't able to see how to viably shift her skills. I'm like, oh my God, you've got high skill level, totally transferable. But she's thinking that it has to be the same way and serve the same industry or market that she's in now. No, doesn't. When you're in it, sometimes you become very tunnel vision and you can't see your way through it. That's where people like me, who are really good at pattern spotting and really good at business, right, can help you see beyond what you're able to see. And I've been helping people for 26 years. There's nothing I can't help people with in that regards. What I don't want to see people do, though, is freeze in fear and not make a move. Nor do I want to see people stay in this resistant place where they're not willing to embrace change and they're not willing to see what's really happening. And then it progressively gets worse. And now you have boxed yourself in, right? I don't want to see that for anybody. I don't want to see our children suffer. I don't want to see our elderly suffer. I don't want to see anybody suffer. I literally, what's happening right now is manufactured, and it's been a strategy for a long time. I don't understand how, and I never will, the cruelty of the people that are running this country and other countries that are so greedy and so stuck on me, and profit, profit, profit. I don't know if I will ever understand that mentality, but the reality is, while that system collapses and a new system and structure is built, we're still dealing with it and the repercussions and the consequences long term. We have not seen all of the consequences here in the US. Someone left me a comment on that TikTok video about the plastics and was like, I just can't see how that could happen in America. Well, that's one of the problems with America, is everyone's gotten really complacent and very comfortable and just expects nothing's ever going to change here. Just because we haven't seen war on our soil in 50 years, just because we have not had to pay the piper for intruding upon and strong arming other countries, does not mean that we never will have to deal with that. This is the year when all of that comes home to roost, and we are having to deal with it. The fact that so many of our companies outsourced manufacturing to other countries for cheap labor is now coming back to bite us in the ass. That's a fact, right? Again, like I was watching a video last night from someone who sources older model car parts. And he's like, private equity bought up a bunch of those car part manufacturers and then went bankrupt. So those parts are no longer being produced. People that have cars, classic cars, show cars, those parts are not being manufactured anymore because private equity bought it and then folded the companies, which they're famous for doing. They've done it to the real estate market, they do it to the restaurants. The, the, they just eat up small businesses and big businesses, and then they shutter them. It's like a Ponzi scheme, I swear, pump and dump, right? They buy them and then make their profit and squeeze the life out of them and shut them down. And now they've invested in our hospitals. They bought up a bunch of insurance companies. Why do you think the medical system is failing? That is why. And this administration does not want to regulate corporations. In fact, they've removed a bunch of the regulations and pardoned a bunch of the people who committed fraud because they donated to the Orange Ones campaign. So this is what we're dealing with. We have a campaign. So this is what we're dealing with. Oh, a tire and oil change shop. How's it going with the prices with tires and oil change? I'm so glad I bought new tires a few months ago. I'm so seriously so glad I replaced my tires a couple months ago. But how's the price? How's the prices you guys have to pay right now for oil and tires? Because I'm sure it's getting passed to the consumer. Like, you guys can't eat that, right? Can't eat the increased costs. They have to be passed on. Work expense low and expensive. Yeah. I mean, so much of what even we get imported for parts for the things that we have here in America come from other countries. A lot of our food comes from other countries, but to sit there, you were importing all of this stuff. You're crashing out the petrodollar, and I'm not a finance person, but I do understand basics of how it works. If you don't have exports, who's going to want to trade with you? We'll probably have to raise price or close because we're a small business. I'm so sorry, Tamara. Let's pray you don't have to close. Let's pray that that there's a way to get it done. I actually think mechanics are going to be highly in demand because people are not going to be able to afford new cars. Does light mechanic work? Gotcha. Highly in demand. Yeah. Because people are not and with them putting that 15% ethanol in the gas coming May 1st, people are going to have more problems with their cars if they're not using things to clean their fuel injectors. As a tomboy, I know a lot about a lot of stuff like that. I used to change my own oil, right? As a tomboy. Seriously. You guys are in a good position. You know, I know it's a crappy economy, but honestly, like, you're probably in a good position because there are going to be people's cars breaking down and that people are going to hold on to their cars instead of trading them for new ones because they can't afford it or they can't get financing. So in that regard, hold tight, right? Just hold tight. Get your social media growing, let people know you're there. Do what you guys got to do. Like, it's rough right now. I know for a lot of small businesses and normal people aren't paying. You know, it's times like this. Like, if I ran a place like that, I would be making visits to companies near me to try and get their fleet accounts, or, hey, send your employees over here, right? Find a way to do pick up and drop off service to people that work at hospitals because they don't have time to go drop them off and pick them up, but they need their cars worked on. Stuff like that will just make people want to use you. Lacking on your social media, definitely need to keep up with it. Yeah, I took like a month and a half and just stopped posting. And I was getting penalized hard until the video about the plastics went out. And I did that one purposely to get the algorithm to start pushing me again. Because I had some videos go over 1 million, and I'm like, that attention got it's when your video goes that high, there's a plus and a minus to it. It's great because you get the you get the views and they keep pushing your content. The downside of it is there's a lot of negativity, and I just have to start disciplining myself to not read or engage with the comments. I'd shop and deliver for Walmart, but I might need to be at the shop. All right, so tomorrow I'm going to give you a hint of what I've told someone else that does the same kind of thing, like they're shoppers and do deliveries for places like Walmart. There is this all of you that do that job. If you are listening, you are going to hear something that no one's going to tell you. Vibe coding, do you know what that is? Before I get into it, do you know what vibe coding is? Vibe coding is using AI to code and create an app for you, right? That's can be used on the consumer side of things. So it means you're not a coder, but you let AI code it for you. You tell it what you want to create, and it will go and create it for you. Claude's really good at things like that, although lately it's been kind of shitty. But it doesn't matter. You can string together several AIs. DeepSeek's free for stuff like that. Coding Quen AI's free. And they don't have like a bunch of nonsense about how much bandwidth you can use, but you can switch between. So vibe code an app for your local area. All right. This can be done for door dashing. It can be done for personal shopping and deliveries. Vibe code something for your personal area. Create an app that people can literally log in and pay you to deliver their groceries that they have waiting for pickup. You don't have to be the shopper. You can be if you want. But literally local, where we all need to focus right now, we literally need to go local. If the internet or gas prices, everything needs to be local. You need to build local businesses and a local following and get your, go a 5 mile, 10 mile radius, however far you want to go. Screw DoorDash, screw Uber and Lyft and all these companies that are the middleman. Remove the middleman. And that's how I want you guys to think about it. Take out the middleman. Take out the corporation that's taking a cut of your hard-earned labor. And they're not paying for your vehicle. They wouldn't even be in business for you. It used to be that a company would take 40 and give you 60 because they knew that without you, they didn't have a business. These companies have flipped that model and gone, we're going to keep 60, you're going to take 40, which is a bunch of BS. And then they're posting record profits. And then their employees that keep everything running in the background, the back end stuff and the admin stuff, they're not even paying a livable wage to. But the CEO is making a shit ton of money. You can do it for anything. Forget Rover, make your own app. Or just get a automatic scheduler like Acuity or Calendly and tie it to PayPal and Stripe or even Apple Pay or whatever. There's many ways that people can pay through those apps, those calendar apps. People pay you and book a time for you. You open your schedule, you organize it, and they go directly to you to walk their dogs, to house sit, to what? Take out the middleman. You're not sharing that money with a Rover site. And personally, if I've got someone that I know I can schedule with, I can always check their schedule and availability when I'm booking travel plans or something so that I know I have my animal covered. Super easy. And some of the people that are on those sites, you just don't know. So yeah, start building a business that way. Same with deliveries, though. I would want the same person, someone I trust. I don't want someone messing with my food. Deliveries. And why should we be paying a middleman? Right? And at least that way they know what your delivery fee is. They can choose to tip you, even on those calendar apps. There is a place where you can say, like on Squarespace Acuity, there is a button that you can push that says allow people to tip me. They can tip you. People tip me on my services when they get so much more value than they even thought that was possible. And I don't charge a little, I charge a lot. They still tip me because the value is there. Take out the middleman. And I subcontracted for a couple of websites back in the early 90s. And I'm telling you, or early 2000s, that's the way to go. And I subcontracted for a couple of websites. So the people that are saying like work is slowing down, or I just lost my job, or I don't know how I'm going to make money, there's a million ways to make money. You just have to get out of your own way. So if you're struggling with that, y'all, put in the comments and I'll tell you what my ideas would be if I were you. What industry are you in? Where are you trying to build a side hustle? I just walked a client through who has a very good job and she has no intention of quitting that very cushy, very high paid job right now. But eventually, and she's young, she's in her 30s, eventually she wants to get paid to travel and she um, is does photography, right? And has gotten paid to do some photography gigs. And she's like, I would love to do that. And I'm like, so what's stopping you? She goes, how do you turn that into a business? And I started to give her ideas. And I was like, well, why couldn't you do this? Why couldn't you do that? And someone pays you to travel to their destination, or you just travel and you set up shop and you let people know you're doing a pop-up and you're going to be there for 3 days. Book with me now. She's like, man, I never even thought of that. Yeah. So now you can get paid to travel. And now that travel is a business expense. It's tax deductible. When it comes to stuff like that, I'm really, really good at generating ideas like that. Spirit just gives me a million ideas. There's nothing that we can't accomplish. Being a single mom that raised two girls and paying all the bills and being the breadwinner, right? For shit, years and years. And my girls are 10 years apart. So it was like two different decades where I had to make ends meet. I learned how to get real gritty and resourceful about making money. So when I did start my own business, I took my skills that I had in corporate, even though I hated what I did, and I sold them as services directly to small businesses, right? What I did for a large corporation, I did for small businesses. And I was a business development director with marketing and sales background. And I just took that, and it was at the start of the dot-com boom. So I started putting people online. They're like, why do we need that? Because this is the new yellow pages. They didn't even know how the internet worked back then. But within a year, everybody was on the internet and it was starting to move. So, and that was in the 90s, but I hated it. So then I opened a horse boarding and training facility, which was my dream. And I loved the horses and I loved my property, but I did not love the people. And I did not love having to be at work until 10 p.m., even though I lived on property. It was like people were constantly knocking at my door at midnight, asking me stupid things. You know, people not taking care of their animals properly. It took the love right out for me. And that's when I realized it's not the horses that need help, it's the people. And I transitioned over to people. So everything kind of opens a new door. And I always say, like, the universe gives you breadcrumbs, right? Follow the breadcrumbs. And the universe was leading me one step at a time with all the things that I love. And one of the things that I will credit to why I've not given up, even in slow times, and every entrepreneur has to go through the cycle of, you know, having plenty and then having things slow way down. We all go through that. Everything is cyclical like that. The economy in the world is no different. This is just a cycle. It's the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. If we give up and throw our hands up or faint in fear, or just avoid facing the reality, we miss the opportunities that are present. And I don't want anyone to give up. I know it's easy to give up. That's what I see a lot of when I read the comments in my in my viral video from 2 days ago is people are just giving up. Oh, well, you know, Jesus take the wheel. Okay, Jesus is not gonna come feed you because you live in America and you have faith in him. Like, that's not how that works. If that was, the people in Gaza that have had food kept from them, children and innocent elderly people and citizens of other countries that have been war torn and attacked, that are had their resources stripped. I think Jesus would have shown up to feed them too, right? Like, so it doesn't make any sense. We're left to take care of ourselves. No one's coming to save us. And if that's a scary proposition, I don't know. I believe in God. I have great faith and I am not scared, but I don't understand the mentality that people are like, I'm so over it. I'm so overwhelmed. It's like, I get it. It's overwhelming. So then you back it down to, what can I control? And the videos I make are giving people advice about things that they can actually control, things they can actually do something about. Not all of it at one time, one step at a time. Like, just one step at a time. What's the next best move, right? What's the next thing that you can do that's going to make things a little easier? Maybe even if it's not for today, but somewhere down the line when the prices do continue to go up. You know, I think about what we used to pay for a block of cheese. You guys remember when you buy that block of cheddar cheese at the store and it was like $3.99? And now it's ridiculously high. I don't even know because I haven't bought cheese in a really long time. The last time, though, part of it was like, that's just too much. Butter, same thing. Margarine, also housed in plastic, the margarine. So, yeah, of course, you're going to want to buy that stuff and have it on stock if you use it. Coconut oil is one of the things that I absolutely stock up on for a number of reasons. Coconut oil is super stable. It's easy to store. It's good to cook with. And it lasts for a really long time. It doesn't go rancid, right? So there's that. And then, like, if you buy flour and you need yeast to make that flour rise because you're making bread, buy yeast, freeze it. As long as it remains in a jar, frozen, that stuff will go far beyond its expiration date. Like, it'll go 2 years beyond its expiration date if it stays in the freezer. Most people don't know that. So, little tip for you. Same with honey. Honey doesn't typically expire. Like, you're good. And it's a great sweetener, and it's a natural sweetener, and it's good for you. So, yeah. Anywho, hopefully this stuff is helpful for you guys. Like, I'm curious what you all are kind of staring down the barrel on right now. Like, what are you concerned with? What do you want to know? What would be helpful for you? Because I'll make content on it, right? If I wasn't sitting on my computer right now, I'd actually take you guys out and show you my solar system, but we'll have to keep. I watched the replay from the beginning. Hey, Justice Froners, how you doing? We'll have to keep. I watched the replay from the beginning. Hey. This is as scary as the time that we're in right now is, and I know it is for a lot of people, because we are addicted to certainty. As humans, we like our certainty. We like predictability. As much as things are uncertain and feel really unpredictable, I am so excited for what's happening and what's coming. We have to ride through this really dark period for a bit until we give birth to the new. But I am really excited for the new. Like, I'm really excited for it. Because I knew, like, I've been saying for years, have I not, Miss Andrea? Like, this is not sustainable. Housing price, since 2008, I've been saying, housing is not sustainable, and then it crashed. And I've said it again. This is not sustainable. People cannot keep it up at this rate of inflation. Food, same thing. how we're treating the planet, the deforestation. It's not sustainable. It definitely needs to change. The going backwards on human rights that we've done over the course of the last little over a year, that's not sustainable either. Nice weather to start planting for the season. I need to get out to my garden, but we are in the middle of rain right now. Like we've got another, I think, week of rain. So until the rain stops, I can't plant. But I'm getting stuff ready. I need to pull up what's in there right now and then roll over my garden and start doing some new things. I'd like to start. I got to order some new grow bags too, bigger ones, because I want to do potatoes in grow bags just to make it much easier. Yeast is free. Mix a little flour, sugar, and water. Ooh, this is a good tip. Thank you, Miss Cardamincy. Set it on a windowsill. With the window open, the yeast will come in. Interesting. Bacteria. But yes, with the window open, I need to make sourdough. Interesting. Bacteria. But yes. But I want the California sourdough, not the kind that they sell in Texas. Does not taste like sourdough to me at all. Like, I don't know what the difference is, but it's not right. It's not what I'm used to. Not that I'm eating bread, so it probably doesn't matter. But as supplies dwindle, of course, I will make bread. I like baking. I like making my zucchini bread too. As supplies dwindle, of course. So yeah. I like baking. Anyhow, other tips you guys got? Share your tips. What's one tip that you have and something that was handed down to you, or just from the things that you can share with the audience? Like, tell me, and I'll say it out loud. So I think tips are really good for people. We all need to know different things. I'll say it out loud. New things, learning new things. We all need to know. And if any of y'all know how to do sourdough starter, learning new things, I probably just need to buy some. I know one of my neighbor has it, but I tried her sourdough and I did not like the taste of it. But my kids really like sourdough. I know. I don't eat bread right now either, mostly tortillas. That's why I got flour. It was tortillas and to make different things like noodles. Addie loves her some noodles. To make different. And so did my dad. But my dad hasn't been eating them. Some noodles. And he's doing well. Hey Dennis, what's up? How are you? I'm gonna have to go get some of the Allegra. That was the other thing I stocked up on, right? Like I went to Costco and I bought a couple packs of Allegra because allergies in Texas, the last thing you want is to run out of allergy meds. Scour the free piles. Also use coupons. They help you save money. Mulberry tea. Mulberry tea is how great grandma treated diabetes. Type 2. Mulberry tea is how I love that. Treated diabetes. Type 2. Anyone else got any little family tips you guys want to share with us? I love diabetes. Type 2. Anyone else got any little family tips you guys want to share with us? Now's the time to buy your activated charcoal. Have some extra supplements on hand. I bought Advil too, because that's what I use for pain relief. I bought gauze. I do. When I had my when I was going through chemo, I bought a case of self-adhesive wrap. I always refer to it as vet wrap because that's what we used to wrap the horse's legs in, right? So I have a case of vet wrap, basically, but for humans. Not as wide as normal vet wrap for horses. But I got vet wrap. I have that. So I bought just little medical gauze, medical pads instead of Band-Aids. So if I need to treat somebody's wound, I have that. I live in East Texas. My husband, kids, grandkids all have horrible allergies. Same. Type 2, okay. I got a pair of jeans for free, sold them on eBay. Nice. Type 2, okay. Yeah, we have a thing here with trading and exchanging seeds on our Nextdoor app. If you guys don't have, if you're not on the Nextdoor app, like it's a great place to pick up local connections and like right now I think that's how people should be doing things, but like we have a page of plant exchange and seed exchange that wrap duct tape baling twine can get you through anything, right? I know I do need what I did forget it when I went to Walmart yesterday was clothesline and clothes hanger clips. What are those things? Clothespins, because who has those? But I used to have them and then I gave them away to somebody. So I need another new clothesline and clothespins. Because if the energy prices continue to go up, I can run my washing machine off my solar and my battery backup system, but our dryer's not connected to that. So then we would need to hang our clothes to dry. But right now I don't have a clothesline. You know, it's things like that we have to think about and get the things while you need them and while you're thinking about them, right? And because I'm going on a trip in June and July, a road trip, I'm getting extra oil now, getting the radiator fluid now, the windshield wiper fluid now, all that stuff so that I can get it at least at today's prices. I don't want to pay the prices that I think are going to hit here pretty quick. And that's kind of the point. I love it. Have you guys seen the complaints from Coca-Cola complaining about people aren't buying our products? Why aren't you guys buying our products? And everyone's like, that's because your products cost a fortune now. And then Doritos, nobody wants to buy a bag of Doritos for $7. And they don't understand why. A, you put more air in there than you do actual chips. They're not good for you. That's number two. And number three, who's going to pay that for stuff that's actually hurting your body? Come on. I just got a clothesline for free too. Oh, you're so lucky. I love clothespins and clothes smell so good. Air drying outside. Sunshine kills bacteria. Yep. I also stocked up on some bleach. I got an extra thing of bleach, an extra thing of white vinegar and apple cider vinegar, because all those things are really good to have a stock of and make for good cleaning supplies and stuff like that. You know, there's certain things again that you don't miss, you don't know until you have to pay for it, and you're like, shit. And I mean, bleach used to be 99 cents a gallon, and it is like I was looking at some of it was like over $4 a gallon for bleach. Like what? The heck? If you do not have water purification tablets, you can get some of those too to purify like 4 gallons of water at a time. I got some for us, even though I have a Berkey. If we're storing water outside, I want to make sure that we have a way to purify that water before putting it through my purifier. Because there's that too. You know, the more independent and sovereign we can be and we have these things, the more people we can actually help. I got bleach, almost cried seeing the cost of it. It's crazy. Like it's crazy the cost of bleach. Toilet paper is no joke either. I paid $32 for a case of Charmin and I needed it. Like I wasn't even stocking up. I just needed it. Hydrogen peroxide, some rubbing alcohol. Yep, got those too. Great cleaning and medical supplies. You got to have all of that, literally. And you know, if you have old prescriptions, do not throw them away. Just store them in a dark place, cool, dark, dry container, like a one of those storage tubs. Those are good. They will last you for years, and especially like old pain stuff, you can reuse those. It's going to come a point in time where you can't just run to your local ER. Just saying. Right? So yeah. Anyhow. Trying to think of what else. Like, so yeah. I don't even know. Just if you think about all the stuff that has plastic attached to it, so many things. I mean, this is metal, but the little turny thing on it is plastic. The little thing for my iPhone is to charge it is plastic. Remote control is plastic. With plastic resin prices being up, it's going to translate into higher prices at your checkout. It just is, and people that sit there and say, well, we just can't afford these. I get it. Go to the dollar store, get some extra shampoo, get what you can afford to get. You don't have to get the brand that you love, but get something because, when you haven't taken you run out of soap or shampoo and you have no way to clean yourself because you didn't think ahead because you can't afford to spend 30, 40, $50 for what used to cost you $20 for shampoo. And that seems high, and it is compared to where we used to pay $5 for premium shampoo. We now pay easily 30 for a good brand of shampoo that moisturizes your hair. I mean, you can get Castile soap that can be used for soap or shampoo for sure. But like I said, at some point, it's just going to be extremely expensive. The dollar store is $1.25 now. Here, like the green dollar store, not the Dollar General. Dollar General sucks. The dollar store, right? They have things that are $1.25 here at our dollar store, you know. So there's that. Don't get picky. Don't be picky. Just go and get your stuff. Get what you can. Don't get picky. For real. Wipes. Like that's the stuff that I would get at the dollar store. Just to have on hand, baby wipes or cleaning wipes and keep them sealed. That's stuff that I would go there and get. But I don't use stuff like that. Typically, I will just make a thing of bleach and use a white towel and clean things up that way. So, yeah. Hope that helps. Anyways, if you have not listened to the podcast, Andrea, give me your feedback on the podcast because I know you listened to at least one episode. You commented on it on YouTube. I haven't logged into Apple to see what my stats are or Spotify because they like make you wait for stats. I agree. Dollar Tree, the green one, Dollar General is an absolute ripoff. Can't use straight bleach. You're allergic. So vinegar is a good way to clean things. Like vinegar's a good one to have. So vinegar. It's one of those things, but like people need to have baking soda too. Like baking soda is really good. You can mix it with vinegar to clean things, to remove stains and stuff like that. Like it's one of those things, baking soda and vinegar that I use to clean like the moldings and stuff. I thought it was very good and helpful. You will speak straight up. Oh, the podcast? I do speak straight up. Did you listen to the whole series or did you just listen to that one video? Out of curiosity. And if you knowing that, that's kind of the theme right now, the attack on the middle class, how things are changing, knowing that that's the next one is based on the solutions that we already have but aren't being implemented and then how we can create our own solutions. That's what I'm doing in the next series. So if you have suggestions of what you'd like me to cover, send me a message. Just trying to listen to more episodes and podcasts. Yeah, cool. If you guys haven't listened to my podcast, it's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple. It's pretty much everywhere. You can listen to it on my website. I literally have a player right on my website. It's pretty much everywhere. You can listen to it on my website. So you listen to that one. Okay, cool. Good to know. I did have a couple that had more views episodically than of those episodes than others. And I know it just released on Saturday. There's 12 episodes to it. but it's helpful information. And literally the next one is what I want to jump into is ways that we can start to shift and change the way we are doing things, what's available, how to live more naturally, how to create the networks in the communities, or to be the leader in your community so that things are organized. Like, that's what I'd like to see. What do you guys want to know? Like, and I can go find guests too to interview. As on the live the other night, though. Oh, cool. Like, tell me what you guys want me to cover, or what kind of guests you want me to have on. I can speak to natural health and certain conditions. I can speak to high performance and mindset and psychology and spirituality. I'm an integrated, holistic master practitioner, life coach, high performance coach. Like, I do all of those, but I do them together. I don't fragment your health from your mindset, from your psychology, from your mood and emotions and your physiology. You're one person. One of the problems I see right now in the mainstream of why so many people have so many problems is because, first of all, with your healthcare, they have fragmented everything. They've fractured up our entire system. You got to go to the eye doctor, the ear doctor, the dentist, the podiatrist, the heart surgeon, like, and nobody talks. And then they all have their own prescriptions for you, but nobody's looking at contraindications. Nor are they asking you, hey, have you been through a lot of stress lately? Or, hey, what do you think about most of the time that's driving your stress levels so damn high that we can't get it under control? Like, ugh, drives me nuts. So instead of complaining about it, I just started studying all of that stuff years and years ago and started to offer it to my clients and continually built my skills set, right? Built my toolbox. How can I help people? And there it is. So I'm not afraid of covering anything. And if I don't know something, I'll go find a guest that does know it. So tell me what you guys want to know about. Either I can cover it or I can get someone on that can cover it. I have a pretty big network of people after doing this work for 26 years. Right? So, yeah. Just let me know. Anywho, I have to go feed my rescue dog because it is past 4 o'clock. It's 4:27, and she keeps like a shark coming to my glass door in my office. It's past 4 o'clock, Mom. So I have to go feed her. I don't want her to feel like I'm punishing her. And then Milo over here. Milo, come say hi. Come here. Let's see if we can get the camera to come down. I don't know if I can, Milo. Come say hi. Come here. Hey, hello. No? Come down. I don't know if I can. Milo is here's my shadow. Here's my shadow. Anywho. All right. I will see you guys later. Tonight, Hidden Wisdom Live monthly coaching. Y'all ready? This is month 2 of building upon these exercises last month. If you're in Hidden Wisdom, if you are not, $40 a month, come join my community and learn from me. Last month we did, we were focused on strengths, identity shifts, and controlling chaos. This time we're doing identity gap. So that's at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Exercise is ready to go. But if you join live, you can do it. We're going to work through it together, and then I'll coach you live. And since we only do coaching once a month in Hidden Wisdom, you'll want to attend live, right? For those of you who have asked me about Charm Life, I'm going to say this because people keep asking me. I have upgraded the material in Charm Life, like Charm Life from 2014 when I first launched it, and even from 2024 and 2025, brand new. Like, yes, the original foundational lessons are there, but I'm adding new exercises and taking things up another level to go deeper and to get faster results, and stronger, deeper insights. So Charm Life is even like going up a notch. It's been fun. People are getting amazing, amazing breakthroughs right now. So if you're interested in any of those, just go to my website. The link's in my bio. I will see you guys the next time I come live. Because we have hidden wisdom, I can't do live tonight. So I came on today. I can't tomorrow night because I have my charm life coaching. I might be able to come on Friday or Saturday. I'm not positive. I have to go look at my other schedule, which is behind my screen that I am broadcasting from. So I will see you guys, though, soon. Make sure you follow me on YouTube as well, because that way you'll get notifications when I go live. Just saying. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Cardamancy. Thanks, Andrea. You guys have a good one. I'll see you later.